We're going to read Go to Sleep, Gecko. This is a folk tale that's been told for many years. This folk tale has been told in Bali, India, and the Congo. So the two main characters are an elephant and a gecko. So this is a gecko. Gecko cannot go to sleep. We're going to find out why. One night, Elephant was awakened by a loud noise right under his window. Gecko, Gecko, Gecko. Gecko, what are you doing here? It's the middle of the night. Go home and go to bed. I can't sleep, said Gecko. The fireflies are flitting all around my house. They're blinking their lights on and off, on and off. You have to make them stop. You're the village boss. Do something about it. I'll talk to the fireflies in the morning, said Elephant. Now go home and go to bed. Gecko dragged himself grumpily home. Gecko, Gecko, Gecko. Let's take a quick look. I see a verb in the past tense, dragged. That means he moved kind of slowly. He wasn't very happy. The next morning, Elephant called the fireflies. Is it true you've been flashing your lights on and off, all night long? Have you been keeping Gecko awake? So again, let's take a look. Called. He called them. Oh, yes, said the fireflies. We have to blink our lights on and off all night. Rain makes holes in the road. Without our lights, someone would step in a hole. Why, that's very thoughtful of you, said Elephant. Just keep on doing what you've been doing. You can go home now. So the fireflies went home. That night at midnight, Elephant was awakened again. Gecko, Gecko, Gecko. Elephant leaned out his window. Gecko. Gecko, go home and go to bed. But I can't sleep. The fireflies are still blinking their lights on and off, on and off. You said you'd make them stop. Gecko, the fireflies need to blink their lights. Rain makes holes in the road every afternoon. Without their lights, someone might step in a hole. You'll just have to put up with the fireflies. Then talk to the rain. You're the village boss. Do something about it. So far we know that Gecko does not like the blinking lights. He detests the blinking lights. He does not enjoy them. And Elephant does not like getting woken up in the middle of the night either. In the morning, Elephant called Rain. Is it true you're making holes in the road every afternoon? Oh, yes, I rain hard every afternoon to make puddles for the mosquitoes. If the puddles dried up, the mosquitoes would die. If the mosquito died, there would be nothing for Gecko to eat. So I rain very hard every day. I see, said Elephant. Rain, you may go home. So the rain is saying that there needs to be puddles for the mosquitoes, and Gecko eats the mosquitoes. That night at midnight, Elephant was awakened yet again. Gecko, Gecko, Gecko! He leaned out his window. Gecko, go home and go to bed. I still can't sleep. The fireflies are blinking their lights on and off, on and off. You said you'd do something about it. Gecko listened carefully. If rain doesn't rain every afternoon, there will be no puddles. If there are no puddles, there will be no mosquitoes. If there are no mosquitoes, you, Gecko, will have nothing to eat. Now, what do you think about that? Gecko thought. If Elephant told rain to stop raining, there would be no holes and puddles in the road. The fireflies would stop flashing their lights, but Gecko would have nothing to eat. Gecko, said Elephant, this world is all connected. Some things you just have to put up with. Now go home and go to sleep. So Gecko went home. Gecko closed his eyes and went to sleep. Outside, the fireflies blinked on and off, on and off. Some things you just have to put up with. So the gecko doesn't love the fireflies. He detested them in the beginning, but then he learned the fireflies were actually helping him. They were helping, basically, him be able to eat mosquitoes, and he realized everything was connected. All right, that's the end of our story for now. Really quickly, I just want to show you the illustrator, the man who drew the pictures of Gecko and Elephant. Okay, his name is Geraldo Valerio. Probably not saying that right, but he loves art and he grew up in Brazil. Okay, Ele tá brasileiro. At first, he used colored pencils and pens. Then, when he was 10, he began painting. Now, his job is to illustrate children's books. So he reads the stories and then he paints pictures for them. Seems like a really cool job. I hope you liked reading about Go to Sleep Gecko, and I hope you learned a little more about how all animals, all creatures, all people, we are all connected.